Greetings. And I mean, that's the thing. We're talking about people that think that shit to get away with is funny. They think it's funny when they're getting away with it. Well, I think it's hilarious when I bring the truth that hurts in a humorous form. Shows you how backwards the society is. Plain and simple. Plain and simple. It's just what it is. And think about that. Right? And I want to be wrong. Absolutely want to be wrong. But when you have how do you think these girls feel reading that energy for over a fucking year? Right? And they're getting away with it, and they think it's funny. So when I bring the truth that hurts to light and make jokes out of it, the shit's not funny anymore, is it? Oh, you shouldn't joke like that. They were having a good time doing it. You're talking about people that thought it was funny doing the shit that I'm joking about. Oh, you shouldn't joke about those things. If the energy wasn't there for me to bring to light, fuck, I think that's hilarious. When you hear the feds, the investigators, working to help a bunch of rich Americans for land grabs over corn and livestock, rich soil, remind them to find a grocery list of a bunch of rich American clowns that are a laughing stock. That's what it is. You gotta think. Edward Snowden is INFJ. Cool. So was David Koresh. So was Osama bin Laden. So was Hitler. And so was Jesus. And look how they all turned out. Why? Probably the truth. It's what it is. You can't tell me that if they do a wealth transfer every 100 years since the fall of Rome, and 100 years ago was the Great Depression, what was W2? Gas mask, chosen ones, in a gas chamber, Holocaust, cool. What is the Great Awakening? Mask them up, lock them down, digital concentration camps. Let's try it. Let's try out this new. And you talk about angel numbers haunting you. When I saw them coming out with the whatever that group is, was the CDC, the Control for Diseases or whatever, he said 78% of all of the ones that didn't make it, they didn't make it because I thought, 78, interesting. Interesting number. That's the year I was born, and it has a very, very serious significance to the soul's path. And when you look it up as a healer, how that applies, you will be absolutely shocked and amazed. Breaks down to a 6. Anyway, leave it alone. So, I hear the Destiny Swappers are running for the hills. Don't they know that the hills have eyes? It's weird. Did they go up against a Pisces that's the entire cast of the people under the stairs and the West Virginia Hill Jacks? A wrong turn. That's what it is. I mean, you got to think about that. Think about how backwards society is. They let it go on in the dark with a bunch of sickos that think that kind of shit is funny. And they're having a great time. And then these girls are disgusted reading it, tired of reading the same energy over and over because the fucking people in charge making profit. That's what it is. So then you make jokes about it. The truth comes out. You make jokes. You're the one in the wrong. You shouldn't laugh. You shouldn't make jokes about things like that. They should have had a fucking good time doing it. You're backwards. Fucking absolutely backwards. God got us all that is, angels, archangels, cinemasters, the divine white light. I said I'd be a clear and infinite channel for your wisdom at this time for myself as well as those I do readings for. Namaste. You got to think. If that act activity has been going on. They obviously had a good time doing it. But now that it's come to the light and we're making jokes about it, because the truth hurts, obviously. But society is going to look at you, some of them. You shouldn't joke about things like that. If you can't beat them, join them. Go get in the dark with them. Are you supporting the one? They were having a good time doing it, but now that the truth's come to light, oh, it's horrible. That shit's absolutely horrible. And I agree. Anyway, makes you think, doesn't it? That's what it is. I hear the left-hand path tried to stop an Earth Angel transformation. Is that true? It's just what it is. Did they not have the courage to continue? How sad. Thank you, Spirit. It's just what it is. It's just what it is. Right? You got to think. When I hear that energy in the cards, the main thing they want is for the INFJ Archangel to step out of character. They want me to get mad. They want me to be depressed. They want me to be upset. Oh, God, the world is ending. Cool. Well, then you just take their truth that hurts and make jokes about that shit. We got to be happy. Somehow we got to focus on love, light, peace, and happiness, right? The fuck. Thank you, Spirit. That's what it is. Think about that. Think about that. Take the worst possible thing that you can think of out of anything that I say, and people do way worse things than that, and have a good time doing it. They're happy. They're happy doing that shit. That's what it is. That's why it's done in the dark. It can't come to the light. But when you bring that truth to the light and make jokes out of it, oh, fuck, you're the bad guy. It's too soon. Fucking stop, no, and don't was too soon. The practitioner warning them of the premonitions that we were seeing, that was too soon. That was too soon. Now, what's done is done. Oh, yeah, fucking laughter's the best medicine. So it doesn't matter what you do. Someone's always going to find a way to be unfulfilled from it. That's what it is. The left-hand path, oh, they're inflexible about what they do in the dark coming to the light. Thank you, Spirit. They have a good time doing it. That's the thing. They wouldn't do it. They wouldn't continue doing it if they didn't love it. Think about that. They wouldn't continue taking 37 trips to the island if they didn't love the activities going on there with missing children, whatever. It's what it is. I can't do anything about that. So don't care to. Don't care to. However, think about that. The sun, there's only 12 signs in the zodiac. So out of those 12 signs of the zodiac, having a wild card healer with a unique personality, that is a very unique energy that has now exposed. The sun has now exposed everything. Thinks there's going to be some people upset about that? I'm not responsible for how people feel. Make jokes about the worst possible thing they could have had an activity in. It's just what it is. They had a good time doing that horrible shit, but yet if you make jokes about it, oh, you're the bad guy to them. How backwards can you be? Think about that. How backwards can you be? Thank you, Spirit. That's what it is. I can't do anything about that. Can't do anything about it. And over money at that. They chose money over love. Love always wins. The light always wins. Okay, great. So we won before we ever started, but they prolonged it until things just got worse. They wanted to win at all costs. What? Total utter darkness? Keep the truth from coming out? Okay, great. That's what it is. They wanted to win at all costs. What'd they cost you? The planet? Natural disasters and shit? We can't be still anymore. There'll be no more adventures, that's for sure. Thank you, Spirit. It's just what it is. Think about that. Thank you, Spirit. All right, talk about a destiny swap gone horribly wrong. Why would they not want love, light, and light is information? Why would they not want love, light, and truth to come out? Right? Because they're happiness haters. You can't hate something unless you love it. I saw a meme earlier that said, what is a way of saying, why would someone hate you for no reason? Or what's another word for hating someone with no reason? Love. Love is all there is. You can't hate something unless there's something you love about it, right? Touching on their insecurities, whatever. Check it out. My spiritual gifts came from an NDE. So it's what it is, right? Oh, we want to duplicate those gifts. I just heard Blue Rose Temple talking about they can't duplicate my anointing. They would have to go through the rites of passage that I went through. Thank you, Spirit. Here's what you're going to be looking at, and you're more than welcome to prove me wrong. Go do your research on shamanic sickness. There's too much native ancestor energy in those cards. People hearing voices. They're going to be going through it. Right, in groups. What's the difference between one person going through fucking years of spiritual development versus groups getting slammed into it in an 8-year cycle? And I want to be wrong. So let's always get that right. I'm not trying to be right about anything. I'm trying to keep demon thumbs. I'm trying to keep a demon's hooves off my 5-star reviews. It's just what it is. It's what it is. You got to keep in mind every opportunity that a tarot reader talks about them blocking gave me 3 more. They wanted to overwhelm the iron. Yeah, cool. I'm overwhelmed with opportunities. I don't want to do nothing. That's what it is. Got all these opportunities that we've invested in. They're just waiting for another one so that they can fuck it up. Okay, great. So you wait for their towers to fall. Patience is needed. Patience is needed. They wanted to expose the truth. Cool, we're going to expose all that shit, the good, the bad, and the ugly. Thank you, Spirit. That's what it is. Where was any healing in any of that? There's a bunch of laziness. There's a bunch of didn't do the work. There's a bunch of listening to someone who's failing. The system, failing. System, collapsing. The illusion, over with. What is standing the test of time? What brought the illusion down? Thank you, Spirit. That's what it is. Them trying to stop you from and that's my question. Because if you had a group collaboration dead set solely on stopping the divine, period. Let's just break it down into brass tacks. Their sole focus was on stopping the divine so that they could take credit for something that they can't do. Then that leads us back to the last video. You have been dealing with a bunch of they teach because they can't do. You're dealing with a bunch of dooless teachers trying to duplicate a light that can't be duplicated. Plain and simple. A group collaboration that has been teaching people and trying to block out the sun, trying to destiny swap, staying true to tradition. Those who can't do, teach. Right, okay, great. So what the fuck are you going to learn from them? How to not be able to do shit? Thank you. And I want to be wrong. Where are the others that ascended? There's too many readers that are talking about someone who has ascended into that balanced Emperor and Empress energy, which is an INFJ brain. Right? Other introverted intuitives do it as well, but they're talking about an anointing. They wanted to stop an anointed crown. Cool. That the only way you can wear that crown is by activating both sides of the brain. Right? And when I go through the comments, I see people, yeah, you're talking about me. And then I ask them a question they can't answer, which means they're not talking about them. And then they're mad at me because now their insecurities have been brought to the light. And it's what it is. Right? And if no one can come on this channel that I already know are watching tarot, you're carousing. Where are the earth angels? Because that earth angel energy is the Emperor and the Empress. It's what it is. Plain and simple. It's the God's morning star, right? And I see somebody that used to comment on this channel all the time immediately throws up the light bearer being Lucifer. Okay, cool. So was Jesus. Jesus was the morning star. Anytime you expose the truth to them, you're the white devil of truth. That's what it is. What's the difference? One chooses to be God. The other one chooses God. God's always in control. That's why you always win. That's why you have to hang that one up on the cross. Oh God, no. He's flipping tables like Jesus. Holy shit. It's just what it is. Thank you, Spirit. It's just what it is. Anyway, think about that shit. That's what it is. You're talking about a Pisces that is creating miracles on this planet all by themselves. Great. Where is that Pisces? Where is that? Where is that 316 indestructible fucktard? Where is this individual? Thank you, Spirit. Too much past life energy in the cards, and most of these people don't even know what QHHT is to have the past life regression. They're listening to psychics do Akashic Records readings, right? But yet the psychic is sitting there talking about the Earth Angel, and that's programming. Fucking, they're controlling the narrative, and I want to be wrong. I want to be wrong. Plenty of starseeds have amazing abilities. I have seen them. Cool. Where are they? I can't find them anymore. Have they been? Has something happened to them? Have they been sold off into starseed slavery? They certainly came after me and got way more than they bargained for. I'm a tough cookie, though. That's a little bit of a different story. And you got to think, my intentions are far from. The pathway to hell is paved with good intentions. If I know you're going to poison me, I'm going to sit there and smile at you while I take it. I'm trying to create crazy blondes on a plane. You got that energy all in the cards. Cool. Where is that Earth Angel that did that shit on purpose? That's what it is. You got too many readers talking about the root working witch that knows that shit's going back on them. That's what it is. That's what it is. That's the problem. It's the shit that I have healed from that wasn't in my soul contract, wasn't in my blueprint. That's why I healed from it. That's why I was able to fucking overcome it. Great. They're going to have to go through all that. Shit was by design, divine design. They were set up by the Earth Angel as bait from the divine. What does a shamanic healer do? They have to prove to the universe that they can heal. You're talking about the motherfuckers that get hit by lightning, taken down to the river. They take them down and drop them down in a van down by the river. They sit there and self-reflect and heal. Control matrix, treatment matrix, all that shit kept me sick. There's no profit in the cure. Went straight with. I got some results. Not only am I a QHHT practitioner, I'm also a client. Fuck ever. Thank you, Spirit. That's what it is. You can't tell me that they don't create the problem because they already have the solution. That's the truth that they don't want to come out. When someone comes out with a cure for something, they attack that individual. Ear, nose, and throat specialists using frequencies and things for healing. Oh, no. You have to pay to work here. Doc. Fucking doctor. You got to pay to work here. Thank you, Spirit. That's what it is. What are my regrets having a relationship with him? He was in my webinar before Gaia Media tanked with your fucking market. That's what it is. They bet against humanity. Guess what? So did I. Thank you, Spirit. Can't beat them and join them, right? That's what it is. That market crashed and they made the millionaires made billions. That's what it is. I can't do anything about that. I can't do anything about fucking watching what they do and not what they say. You don't listen to what they say. You watch what they do. They're not going to fucking do something and then say different. You watch what they do. Watching what they do, that's what it is. And they're still trying to finagle that shit. Cool. I'm still calling my energy back. That's what it is. They weren't expecting the narrative. Fuck, I wasn't expecting it to be named after people I know on holidays. Is that shit even real? Is that more illusion? Is that more we can't trust the news? Thank you, Spirit. Natural disasters named after relatives on holidays. Is that shit true? Or were they trying to set the Earth Angel up? Did that shit really happen? I hear Russia's getting a tsunami. Thank you, Spirit. You think they fucking, what they put out went back on them? That's what it is. The Earth is purging. The Schumann resonance is raising. Earth does not want you to go with her. Look what Russia, China, look what all of you do. Did you take care of your home? No. Cool. Then your home is not going to take care of you. Thank you, Spirit. That's what it is. It's the thing is, Dolores Cannon told us the new Earth is here. It's here. You got to do the work to get there. You have to raise your vibration and shit. Okay, great. So if you had a group collaboration going against the divine, that tells me by the law of karma that they now have to reincarnate. How could they possibly go forward without learning that soul's lessons? That's what the law of karma states. They have a soul review now. And I want to be wrong, but they wouldn't be pointing the finger and not being able to prove it because they know what they've done. Okay, great. They weren't expecting the Earth Angel to be here. Okay, great. Yeah, they would have to go through. That's what it is. They tried to destiny swap. They would have to go through all of the rites of passage. Okay, cool. So here's my what. We know what they did. We know what they're going to have to go through. I am obviously sheathed from that shit. So I can say whatever the fuck I want to. Not any repercussions on that. I'm a glitch in the matrix. I'm ascending already. What is the problem with that? As the roles reverse, as the tables flip, you're going to witness their karma. So the laughing and the he and the ha and the bullying and all that shit that got them put in that fucking position, you learn what not to do. It's the positive to it. As the roles reverse, you'll see what the fuck they did. That they're, oh God, and they'll have to own up to it. Okay, great. But what they did to get there is what you don't do. It's a blessing. It's a blessing in disguise. That's where the forgiveness and the removing fear comes in. Are you going to be afraid of a bunch of bullies that failed? What the fuck is wrong with you? And forgiveness is the key? Okay, great. Let them go. They have an 8-year cycle. That's what it is. And I want to be wrong. So keep that in mind. Anytime I say something, I'm trying to be wrong. Thank you, Spirit. Plain and simple. Fuck, it is what it is. I've told him over and over again, I don't like it when my predictions come true. Now that they're coming true, you can fucking see why. Thank you, Spirit. That's what it is. People are shocked by the cosmic energy. Okay, great. Why are they focused on starseed star energy and not their own star energy? Why are they worried about someone else's energetic protection and fucking not their own? That's what it is. I can't do anything about that. Right? And it basically boils down to don't have enough time. Gotta make the donuts. Who's old enough to remember that? Say me. Me down in the comments. Gotta make the donuts. They were programming you back then. That's a perfect example of the movie They Live. John Carpenter's They Live. The people that make that shit, that's what they were programmed to do. I just saw one of Dolores Cannon's shorts pop up that I haven't seen in a long time that talks about backdrop people or projections of energy. They're programs. They're energy running a program, right? That communicate with entities. Okay, cool. They're a projection of energy, right? So what is that? What Homeboy saw with the glasses on in the movie They Live is what we see with our third eye. Just leave it alone. If you know, you know. Right? What is the problem? I don't follow suit with that shit. That's what it is. They can't control Pisces. No, because I see through the illusion. What happened? Your backdrop people running programs. I have watched these people be possessed like they're under a fucking spell. And I've told you before, I call it the glazed donut face. You talk about something that is too high of a frequency and their program kicks in. They have to run the program. They're under a fucking spell. They don't understand. That's the best part. They're running the show. But they can't understand the words that are coming out of your mouth. That's the blind leading the blind with eyes that can't see and ears that can't hear. Plain and simple. How do they gaslight that? Oh, they put anything on Google. They put anything on YouTube. Yeah, right. Do you have any results from those things that they put on Google and YouTube? And then they're mad. Then you have hit their ego and their arrogance, and they abuse their power every time. Fucking ask them. That's why I don't deal with them anymore. Now they come to me and leave me reviews. Oh, I can't figure out what's going on. There's weird shit happening. Oh, I can't believe the system did this to me. Well, yeah, it's designed to make you fail. And once you broke out of the matrix, congratulations. You ever seen that meme of that chick? So you can't hold a real job? Your family thinks you're fucking crazy and you're going through a spiritual awakening? Congratulations, you broke out of the matrix. That's what it is, and they're doing everything they can to pull the fucking truth back in. That's the dumbest shit I've ever heard. If you're trying, why do you think they're caught in a barrel? It's crabs in a barrel. The last thing they want is the truth coming out, but yet they won't quit fucking with it. They're stupid. Oh, God, we got to do everything to keep we have to manipulate the narrative. Oh, shit. Congratulations. How'd that work out for you? That's what it is. They can't wait to see what Pisces is going to do next. Well, that's just it. You're in a backwards society. If you've got people doing shit in the dark, that's the most horrific shit you could possibly think of, and they're having a good time doing it. And now that shit, that darkness is now coming to the light. And when I take that truth that we know is going to hurt and I make jokes out of it, doesn't matter what you do. They're going to think I'm the bad guy. Oh my God, I can't believe he's joking about those things. Oh my God, fucking, you're worried about the guy making the jokes and not the people I'm making the jokes about. The fuck is going on? Hey, am I in the Twilight Zone? That's what it is. When the fucking Good Life kid from the Twilight Zone comes in and starts making Uncle Walt pull the fucking rabbit out of the hat. Come on, Uncle Walt. We're waiting. This is no fun when the rabbit's got the gun. Cards in the upright. Yeah, cool. Did you see that sleight of hand? Did you? What's the focus? Fuck yeah. There's no healing this chaos. What's done is done. This is we have to heal the chaos. This is Pisces ancestors vacuuming your fucking planet. So I can't do anything about it. This is Hurricane Barbara blowing all of the churches with that return to sender. Can't do anything about it. That's what it is. When I hear readers say that spirit is going hard on these people, cool. How does spirit go hard on people? You think they do that shit with natural disasters? People don't even believe in the spiritual realm, right? You can't go and check out all of these paranormal events happening, CCTV catching shit. It's just what it is, right? We are having too many higher vibrational experiences with angels and shit. That was the whole problem with the movie Constantine, right? Do you remember? Have you ever seen the movie Constantine? That was the issue that he had. He no longer had faith. He no longer had hope. There was no longer, I believe that there's, no, he knew he could see it. He walked between the worlds of the angels, the demons, and the jinn. That's what it is. I can't do anything about that. That's what it is. What did he have to do? Self-sacrifice to the fucking devil? Remember? Flipping the devil off as he was ascending into the light? Did they use unalive magic on an earth angel? Oh, looks like the sacrifice already happened in front of the devil, didn't it? Blessings are upside down. That's the intentions we need to look at. they were expecting the earth angel not to be here anymore. Guess what? Sorry, Mr. Devil, not today. Strike me down and I will become more powerful than you can possibly imagine. They have no wisdom. What do we need to be aware of? The lack of wisdom in this situation. That's what it is. Right? And I mean, that is my question. If you have a reader talking about there is no way these people can duplicate your anointing without going through the rites of passage, and she's telling thousands of people that, great. Out of those thousands of people, how many went through the rite of passage that she's talking about as a healer? Who's got the receipts? Who activated both sides of their brain? You cannot have a balanced earth angel halo, an anointed crown, unless both sides of the brain are activated. You have to light the tree. Great. Where are the others that did it? That's all I'm asking. It's a simple question. And if no one can fucking be proud and stand in their truth and go, me, that means no one fucking did it. That means thousands of people are listening to something that goes in one ear and out the other. We're looking for like-minded people. Okay, great. Where are they? Not these shady fucks that come in the algorithm and try to lure me in when I have boundaries. My boundaries are up. If they can't make the phone call, that's what it is. They're trying to block Pisces from making opportunities. Cool. Now I've put the block on them. I accept phone calls only. It's that simple. They really want to fucking work with you. They'll respect your boundaries. Simple enough. Simple enough. It's not that fucking hard. It's not that difficult. It's not that fucking hard to wrap that shit around your head to have respect of someone else's boundaries. Simple enough. Right? And that's handing them their ego. Oh, shit. That's taking the key away from them. I'm sorry. I have to take your toys away. You don't know how to fucking play right. Fucking pleasure seekers are upside down. That's what it is. Right? If what is done in the dark is coming to the light, and you still have people wanting to be cryptic and doing shit in the dark without making a proper fucking introduction, a hi, how you doing, coming to, then that means they need you for something you do not fucking need them. Period. Focus on yourself. What it is? Yeah, happiness haters. That's what it is. What are they mad about? I see that shit. That's what it is. Well, I don't give a fuck about them, and I'm asking you, where are the others? Right? If you can't say, I'm one of those that these people are all talking about, that are shining your light, cool, then they're fucking talking about one narrative, and they're feeding off of their energy harvesting. That's what it is. If you're listening to that, and they're telling you this, and you're not that person, and you're paying them, holy fuck. I'd like a personal reading. You're really touching base on what I'm showing you. Okay, great. To have that anointed crown activation, you have to be confirmation. You can't be lopsided, right? And I'm not trying to fucking be mean in any way. Most people don't even know their personality type. I've tried it. I've tried to give them the test. I don't like labels. You don't like your strengths and what are your strengths and your weaknesses? And then they don't fucking know. And I'm like, well, if you took the test. Right? And now you've got every tarot reader talking about Pisces. You were the spiritual test that they failed. Well, yeah, they won't even take the fucking thing. They will gas it. They would rather stand in their ego about how fucking everything's working out great for me. And then you look and it's not. It's fucking nowhere near working out for them. They're jealous of you for what you're doing, but yet everything's working out perfect for them. Fucking make it make sense. Trust. That's what it is. Right? You get a bunch of blessing blockers, right? They're holding themselves back. Too many delays and shit. They're too worried about their fucking job that's unsatisfying, that's totally fucking ball, man. If you wake up every morning and don't want to do what you're doing, you're not on your fucking path. When you wake up, you're supposed, it doesn't matter what you do. What you do and who you are two completely different things. But when you're being sold a pipe dream with a carrot on a stick, which is the technique that they use, says that's what they're mad at. That's what this group collaboration is pissed off. And I want to be wrong, please. I want to be wrong. How do these charismatic individuals breadcrumb it? Because I'm doing it to them now. How do you fucking sell them a pipe dream with a carrot on a stick? Very, very simple. You'd be so charismatic. You'd be such a sleazy salesman that while you're harvesting her feminine energy, her money, while you're harvesting that money off of her as a sleazy salesman, selling her that pipe dream, you want to sell yourself so good that she doesn't wake up from the dream on your pipe, but yet she'll keep coming because she wants to eat that carrot off your stick. It's a sleazy salesman technique. Most impure shit I've ever seen in my life, and it doesn't work anymore. But that's the sad part, is it does. It doesn't work on me anymore. Let me pull back and let me just pull out of that shit. It's what it is. That sleazy shit doesn't work on me. That's why they can't fucking fool me. They can't lure me in. right? They can't fucking cross the boundaries. Why? You tell me. Impure shit from the past? Sounds good. Pleasures are upside down in these people's lives. And yes, the truth is still upside down. They do not want the truth from coming out. That's what it is. They cannot own up to their mistakes, and I've made everyone up to my death. I keep having to heal from shit that I will never recover from. A dupter tells me all the time, you'll never recover from this. I go back, I'm recovered. Well, that's what it is. They can't believe all the shit that Pisces has recovered from. Yeah, it's because I quit fucking listening to them. Still have to recover from shit because aren't they using unalive magic and voodoo and shit on the Archangel? Isn't that what it is? So don't they want the Archangels to forget that they tried to sell them off into some weird ass, sex slavery, energy harvesting? Isn't that what they want them to forget? Cool. We'll never forget the city of angels burned up. Look at sex shops in LA, fire. Covering up evidence for the transformation. Plain and simple. See, everybody keeps going to sleep. These events happen, and then they just go to sleep and let more shit happen. No courage, no diligence, no standing up for themselves. Crybaby, little fucking masked up sheep just following the narrative, and that's fine. That's fine. But when you have tarot readers that are reading these energies and they're having these experiences, that tells me that the readers are all fucking one, and they're the Pied Piper. That's what it is. Simple enough. I've come across readers that are shining and glowing. Okay, great. Are they INFJ or INTPs? That's what it is. And I may even be wrong. I only know about me. I can't really fucking speak for anyone else. However, what is the difference? Pisces lived every sign on the zodiac. INFJ, known as the chameleon, mimics the other 15 personality types. Add some Reiki in there. Spiritual shapeshifter, a total fucking mirror, right? Shining the light in the mirror in their face. They can't handle that. That's what it is. I want to be wrong, but that's why you set the boundary. They can't make the call. There's no communication. They're trying to duplicate something. They're trying to get rid of someone for what is. They're making Pisces fight for what's already theirs. Okay, great. I can agree with all that shit. Inheritance, business, the wrong dead dad for Thanksgiving, Lake Isabella earthquake on Mother's Day, the devil working through Pisces' toxic ex, her fucking the stepmother, the church, that energy of the church, right? Wanting to create a reaction when I'm drinking my coffee by bringing my children into their conversation. And they do. They just, it's like Nellie from Little House on the Prairie, right? Just trying to get a reaction out of you. Cool. You give them the leader of the pack from the church that's blowing all the churches as the first hurricane of the season. It's simple enough. Right? And then they're mad at me. Wait, don't be mad at me. Barbara was the first hurricane of the season. It's what it is. You got readers talking about, I haven't seen these people in 20 years, and now they're interested in what I'm doing. Right? DNA of the chosen. Thank you. It's what it is. Right? And I'm telling you, how hard is it to activate your DNA? I took their DNA activation, and there's a brain box technique for Mind Valley. Cool. As I'm channeling that grid work that we've been talking about, as I'm calling down energy from my higher self, I let it run right down through the brain box with Dolores Cannon said, if the frequency gets to be too much, envision a knob, your soul star chakra, right above your crown. Ask your guides to turn it down, and you will. You will feel the frequency start to lower, right? I'm the adrenaline junkie. I told him to turn that shit up until I'm making crazy blondes on a plane. Bring the pain, baby. That's what it is. And here comes that energy from the divine of the your romance. I don't give a fuck who they are. That's what it is. If they can't be respectful, calling my business. If they want to talk to me, they can make a fucking phone call. That's what it is. It's a constant lure. Right? And I have no need for them. I need those people to be in natural fucking disasters is what I need them to do. So that's the only way they're going to learn. Namaste.